Back of the bus, back at it again with another Bel-Air review. Another 3 episodes have dropped. Episode 4, 5, and 6.
Let's weird ass release schedule.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that, but it is what it is. We'll get into some more stuff that I really don't like, so we'll get into it. Episode 4. So is DeMarcus Alton Damar Hamlin, basically?
That's what I was picking up. Yeah, Damar Hamlin vibes for sure.
Like, I mean, there's no other way to look at that. He literally has a issue in the field with his heart. I mean,
cardiomyalgia.
Yeah, like,
hey man, we don't even know what that is. Cause can you play? Facts. Can you play?
So obviously, the homegirl from Jazz's record store that was trying to get votes for some sort of upcoming thing happening in the neighborhood. She is now in front of Phil's new client's construction site, and Phil just decides, "Hey, I'm your new lawyer now, so deal with it. You're my client now," and basically helps him all the way through all that shit.
Yeah, it feels like he's supporting fucking Ruckus or what is dude's name? Sheriff David Clark or some shit like that, helping him gentrify a black neighborhood. And this doesn't feel like this is going to end well at all.
The crabs in a barrel comment was a little unnecessary.
Crabs in a barrel!
Like, okay, you hate these people. Got it. Carlton and Will fighting with each other when you know they're just going to kiss and make up gets really annoying in the show.
I feel like if we don't need 10 episodes, then we don't have to shoot 10 episodes. But what we absolutely don't have to have is, nonsensical filler. And the beach episode was exactly that.
Yes.
We were sitting around waiting. We ain't got nothing to do because our t-shirts ain't coming in, but we're fighting. And so let's go to the beach and hash out our problems. It was like a very, very much so a slice of life type of episode.
No, for sure.
Slice of life in LA type of episode.
That was filler. But at the craziest part of this episode, Shelby from The Best Man is out here about to get Aunt Viv caught up in some old bullshit on girls' night by liking all those pictures.
What's nuts is that I didn't really hear them say her name, but I felt like she could have just actually been Shelby. Like she could have just been playing Shelby in Bel-Air.
Basically, I don't remember if they gave her a name either. No, they did because they was like, "Oh, she's gonna show up," but I don't remember what the name.
I don't remember what it was. She absolutely could have just been Shelby,
especially in Bel-Air. Yeah, that's
and like the way that they introduced her made it feel like she was supposed to be Shelby. Like we having a girls' night. Something just happened with your man. You got this other dude in your face. Boom, Shelby.
Basically,
perfect timing for Shelby to pull up.
Facts. Okay, so the boys get 1,000 shirts that they got to sell in a week. Clearly, this show has been watching Power, and they decided to keep it TV 14.
Like, yeah, man, we need our own course correct. we need our own course correct, basically. The payment doing 7 days is crazy. Ordering 100, getting 1,000, and payment doing a week is nuts.
They gave us 1,000 shirts, and we got to pay them back on 7 days. What are we gonna do? Like that's power. That's basically power.
Literally. What the fuck we gonna do, bro? What the fuck we gonna do, bro?
But they gotta keep
Rican braiding all day, every day. What the fuck we gonna do now, bro? What the fuck we gonna do now, bro? Not sit down because that's something you never do.
What are we gonna do now, Carlton? Like, okay, all right. And then at the end of this episode, Jeffrey finds Homeboy's cell phone, which leads us into episode 5. Episode 5 starts off with Phil sleeping in the office, and I think the kids are dumb as hell. Fam, 2 of them are grown.
Yeah, I know what's happening here in the office because I wanted to do some work, and I stayed late, and I took my pillow.
These kids are not that dumb.
I put my pajamas on and got comfortable in my office.
And then they couldn't even wait. Fine. They couldn't even wait till the kids were away from the door to start arguing with each other. Like, what are we doing?
I am hoping that since we've reached the resolution to this conflict in the middle of this season, that we can be done with that permanently. Like, we no longer need the Aunt Viv, Uncle Phil relationship, like looking outside of their relationship drama. Again, there's going to be repetitive drama in a marriage, like in general, but like not that it always has to be about them looking outward at somebody. Like even the way that they kind of resolved the conflict annoyed me a bit. But again, I'm hoping, praying that towards the end of this season and next season we can be done with that as a side plot for Viv and Phil, because it's very repetitive, and at some point it's just gonna be like, okay, so y'all niggas are just not attracted to each other anymore.
You niggas just don't like each other.
This keeps being a problem. Y'all are not attracted to each other anymore. Literally any and everybody else around you is more attractive than your wife or your husband if this keeps being an issue. First it was Michael Ealy, then it was Erica Baker. Now it's the fucking the chef dude.
Yeah.
Shamari or whatever the hell dude's name is. It's like, yo, bro, can we be done with this, please?
No, of course not. Especially when I don't think Catering Homeboy is going to stop. Like he slid in her DMs, like, and just showed up for lunch
and popped up with lunch and flowers.
For her to have lunch without
having lunch is nuts. Like, oh, I'm so mad he had this kiss and didn't tell me. So were you planning on going straight home and telling Phil about this lunch?
No.
Like,
why was the door closed?
Did the fact that he didn't give you time to lie about it make it different or okay or empowering in some way? I didn't like how the conversation set up at all. And I was very excited to see that it ended because it needed to end.
No, for sure. Ashley's in the lab, aka her bedroom, cooking up some straight garbage. But at least her story is tracking with the OG Ashley. I do kind of like that.
I mean, not I guess because she was into music. It's just not she wasn't really into rap. I guess her white girlfriend really isn't going to make a reappearance.
Unfortunately, darn it.
Oh darn.
Which, what that leads into, I got something funny to say about that. Phil is giving advice to Jeffrey and telling him to talk to his son. Meanwhile, him and his wife are keeping whole ass secrets from their son, nephew, and 2 daughters. I thought that was weird as fuck, but okay. Is pickleball just tennis with a smaller racket and a different ball?
Yeah. Yeah,
I did not know that. No. I had no idea what the fuck pickleball was. I kept hearing about it, but I didn't know. Okay. Viv is apparently about to play mother to yet another black girl. So her 2 daughters and Will's 2 thoughts aren't enough. She's gonna play mother to her new artist as well. Which is,
in the fellowship. Did she get a fellowship too?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
As if she didn't already have enough time for everything that was going on. But I mean, she had to pick a new fellow. She had to do that. That was part of her job. So
sure. I didn't expect the mom being the person that Frederick was talking to, but I did have a feeling it wasn't as salacious as they painted it out to be. Like they were making it seem like,
I thought it might have been. I thought it might have been the people that Jeffrey had beef with when he initially left London. They were trying to use Frederick to get to him, which that didn't end up being the case. This one felt less of a wow moment, less of a surprise. It was more so when I seen her, I was like, oh, that's his mom. Again, some of the relationship talk got very picky choosy with the morality. It was like, oh, you were wrong for leaving us when you did, even though people were killing you, actively trying to kill you. Yeah. And would have used us as a weakness to draw you out at any given moment or time. But then her ultimately giving up Frederick when she went broke and couldn't no longer support him was totally fine. Even to Frederick, who would choose his mother who gave him up 10 times 10 over his father who gave him up. It was just very selective. What we were arguing about between the 3 of them. And then Jeffrey thinking somehow that him booting his mother back to London to be in danger was going to keep Frederick there. Just none of it made sense. None of that.
No, that didn't make sense at all.
Really played well with me.
I thought that was funny too.
I was like, what did you think was going to happen?
All right. Considering it was the afternoon when Will saved Jackie from Homeboy that was doing all that weird shit near the cart, and it was night when Will had that conversation with old boy, what did Jackie do to get that rapper to ride in the cart with her? Where'd she take him in between them taking pictures with everybody?
That's a service. So the go-kart service is something that they was doing at the club. That's what the white boy wanted at first. That's what he was asking for. He was like, give me a ride. And she was like, no, I have another client to take. So that's her position. That's her job, is to drive the people around the park. So when she finally got him to take him to another spot, she drove him by Will and said that she needed to go get something out of the office or charge up or some shit.
Okay, so then she may have been taking him to other spots around the country club.
Right. She had already had to take him somewhere and
that
was like, I'm gonna use this opportunity. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm just sitting here thinking like she's finally taking him for a ride. It's the difference is clearly hours. What did she do with this nigga?
No, I don't know. Because we didn't see her initially link up with Sauce Walker Reject. It just
that's exactly what it is.
It came somewhere off screen, so we can largely just assume she was doing her job.
Well,
being a helpful bitch.
Facts. She helped her way to getting him that deal that he needed. So I mean, that's cool. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Phil canceling his whole business relationship with homegirl after what seems to be only a couple of months. Now, granted, I know it's because of Viv. And the situation,
sure, but she also didn't ask you to do that. Like, she didn't say go fuck the money up over Erica. Like, it's plus I just don't feel like putting all of our energy into Jason Whitlock over here is going to be very fruitful down the line. I feel like this is more big head Fred energy.
Yes.
We don't need that.
And just the fact that we got to keep in mind that this is literally only a couple of months, if that.
Mm-hmm.
Since the last season. So I just think it's funny that he just canceled his whole business relationship with her and it's only been a couple months. So he literally only has the one client. That's it. All right, episode 6. The protesters are now outside of the Banks mansion. The size of this damn mansion is insane for a lawyer with one client and an art scholarship director. That mansion is nuts.
Yeah.
How are they keeping up with the payments?
I mean, Phil is a district judge. He was partner on his firm that needed to be bought out.
True.
Vivian has had a long career.
Director.
And sure, working. I assume that comes with the salary, though. Yeah, I assume that comes with the salary.
Ashley has a boy over. But she takes issue with Viv having a problem with the boy being in his room because he's non-binary.
Hey, I felt Viv all the way up and down. Don't give a fuck about none of that shit you talking about. He non-binary. He, they, them. I didn't hear he can't fuck in none of that. I can't hear he is unable to have sexual intercourse anywhere in that. So you lucky he's even in there. Leave the door open. And when the sun go down, he leaves.
Facts.
The hell are we talking about?
Also, of course, the one song that she would be working on when Hillary walks in the room is a diss song against her.
He's like, she ain't called me a bitch. He's like, I'm not done yet.
Yikes.
And then even more silly is that, all of a sudden it doesn't matter that you over here lying and that you don't really love LaMarcus because now I'm your maid of honor. Yay. Fucking 12-year-old. What's wrong with you?
Stupid. That shit was
literally
stupid.
A 12-year-old though.
Right. Is she not in high school yet?
13, 14. I don't know.
Somewhere around there. Okay. Phil shows up to Jazz's record shop to let him know that the client is looking to buy the shop, which is weird because didn't Phil offer to invest in the shop a few episodes ago?
Sure
himself?
Did. Sure did. You seem like a whole dirtbag. Like, hey, I can give you some startup money if you need an investment. And then 3 days later, hey, I represent Mr. Whitlock, and he would really like to purchase it. I think you should just go ahead and sell and get some sleep, young man. That's coming from
give me the money you said you were going to give me.
Hey, no, give me the investment. Yeah, what happened to that?
Jesus.
I love that Jazz ended up telling him to fuck all the way off. I love that.
Me too. All right. OG Jeffrey saying Wagwan is disgusting.
Wagwan Jeffrey.
OG Jeffrey saying
Wagwan is disgusting. It was dope. Wagwan Jeffrey. Nah, it was dope.
I was also hoping that he would be OG Jeffrey somehow. Like he'd be Jeffrey, but then the new Jeffrey was like a family member somehow or some shit.
His identity?
No, he'd be like Jeffrey, the second Jeffrey. Like he's my
So
nephew,
that was
but they
his
named
dad.
him after me. That would be, but
That's your pappy. That's
maybe
your
he's my
daddy ass
nephew,
boy.
and my nephew named him after me. I don't know.
All of the
him to be
roles so
Jeffrey
far
still.
have been very isolated and cutoffs, right? So it's not anything that is really woven into the main plot of the show. I think the deepest woven we've gotten was the takeover with Vivian taking over the job of the Fellowship. And that was it.
She wasn't Viv, and
it's never been anything that's connected to the original series. So I didn't expect him to change that with
Yeah, I don't know why I thought that. I don't know why I just assumed he'd be OG Jeffrey. But him saying is disgusting, and I don't like him playing a gangster either. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really understand what the whole point of calling Roman was. Honestly, that's what made me think it was a setup from Old Girl, that Frederick and Penelope were setting him up when she was like, I mean, there's one person we can call. I'm like, it's a fucking setup. Just a fucking setup. Don't you go, Jeffrey. Don't you go. Also, him, the fake out that they gave us after they had their chat and you know, he got his terms on what they wanted. When he finally figured it out, and my homeboy was walking through his apartment with that bag, I was like, damn, my nigga going to the airport in a beater? Oh, he's serious. He ain't wasting no time. He said, you know, I gotta go take care of Frederick right now. And then cut open the boxing bag. I was like, okay.
First of all, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one who thought, yeah, he's going to London. He's taking the
he's going to London. He's gonna take care of business
with the London. Okay. Yeah. And then also, fam, why did that have to be so dramatic when he cut open the punching bag?
So dramatic, the whole deal. Cut open the money and then tell them they have no more chance. They had no chance. You owe me that, don't you? Well, you could have said all of that shit at dinner before they stormed off, couldn't you?
Fam.
This whole situation was dramatic as hell. He went and had a whole conversation. He actually considered going back to London. And the only thing you had to do was get them niggas some money and tell them to go fuck off. And you was considering going back?
Hey, fam, there's a zipper on your punching bag. You could have just unzipped it.
Why you been beating up on money anyways?
That can't be very comfortable at all.
Why are you beating up on
$1,000 sticking out? Stop. All right. Jeffrey's not the only one who's having reunions. Will reunites Lou.
Up on pounds.
That's crazy. Jeffrey's not the only one having reunions. Will reunites with Lou and his mom now that she's in LA. Things start off sour, but eventually they start laughing and even hugging and handshaking. So
yeah, I'm glad that one worked out. I was definitely primed for a little fatal moment. Not fatal, but like definitely another traumatizing moment with Lou and his mom in the same room. Started off that way. Yeah, Vi's never really given Lou any kind of leadway in these conversations, so I didn't really know if it was even possible for them to have this kind of reconcile that they end up having, but glad it worked out.
Yeah, no, for sure. And one thing I forgot, homegirl stood Carlton up for the dinner. Why would she agree to do a dinner with them on the anniversary of her sister's death when she knows she gets like that?
A junkie and a liar.
That had to be
a liar. Her sister is not dead. She was high somewhere doing some high shit. She's lying.
Has to be.
She is lying through her teeth.
Has to be.
These are junkie behaviors. Okay. And the fact that nobody's picking up on it, it's a little frustrating, but it's going to make it even more sweeter when they all have to find out. So,
facts. So, what's the over/under on how long it's going to take for Lou to disappoint Will?
I don't think that's where we're going from here on out. I think they're on a positive track. Yeah, I think they're doing good. So, I'm going to take the over on that one for sure, whatever the number is.
The only reason I think that is because if you remember the one episode with Will's father, there was a point where originally he didn't fuck with them, and then they started spending time together, and then now everything's sweet, and then boom, that's when the magic happens.
Yeah, you're right. So there is a potential there. There definitely is a potential there, and I guess they haven't gotten to the point where Vi starts dating that other man and have time for for Will to get upset. So maybe, just maybe, we could be headed towards a redemption arc. I mean, Vi finally admitted that she low-key pushed Lou into the circumstances that led him going to jail, which nobody seemed eager to tell. Like, nobody seemed eager to tell that part of the story. Not Uncle Phil, not Vi, obviously not Vivian, not Vivian, obviously not Vi. Nobody wanted to tell that she was breathing down your neck and told your ass don't bring your ass back here to this cold ass apartment with no money. That sounds like get it done with any means necessary.
Yep, sure does.
She was like, well, I did not tell this man to go rob him. I don't want to hear that fucking shit. You told me to bring this money back. You told me to do whatever. Want to hear that? Yeah, fuck.
Because the apartment was cold.
No, I mean it was out. They were in the middle of the winter and there was no heat. So I definitely understand the need, but own up to it. We was hungry. We was cold. We needed that fucking money, and I don't give a shit. I definitely wouldn't have been talking about him like he was some lifelong criminal, because that's definitely how they
painted it.
Yeah,
it's definitely how they painted it. I don't know. We'll see. I'm happy that Lou and Will are together now for the time being, but it's only a matter of time. He's going to go to some basketball tournament, and Lou's not going to show up, and then he's going to be all pissed off or something. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a Black Cess thing.
Yeah, I do hope that he is getting back to basketball, because him not playing basketball just to do this entrepreneur stuff for the summer didn't really make sense to me. But
no, bro, it's Black Cess all the way.
Black Cess all the way.
They've already gone through 2 logo changes.
So I think the first one was just the prototype, and now that they got the official merch, that's with the with the crown and all of the other shit in it now. Mm-hmm.
Both of them trash.
They're just very plain. There's like nothing to it. It's just like plain t-shirts and hoodies with the label Black Cess on it.
Just like Ashley's music, all garbage. They'll fix it at some point.
You said the only thing that's good in the show is at Hillary's cooking?
If that. I haven't tasted that.
I mean, it should be looking good for sure. That breakfast that they was making hit. That shit looked good.
I would wonder if she was better than the caterer or not. It's her versus the caterer. Who's better? That's what I want to know.
The dude?
Yeah.
Her. Fuck that dude.
I don't know. See, she has the look. She has the look. Well, I guess women clearly like him, so
that's all his appeal is. That nigga can't cook for real.
She got the look too. She can't cook for real. Her biggest viral video.
Hillary could cook.
Her biggest viral video was her taking her clothes off. So
Hillary can cook. She got popular and she started getting a following. She only got in that influencer house because she could cook.
Hillary in real life is getting butt ass and cooking that food on OnlyFans.
Hillary in real life? You talking about Coco Jones?
No. If there was a Hillary in real life, she would be getting butt ass and cooking on OnlyFans. Because her one video went viral, so now she has to make sexism. No, that's where her situation led her to.
Sounds like misogyny.
No, massage noir.
Yep, sounds like massage noir.
Gross. Anyway, any other thoughts on episodes 4 through 6? Especially since we'll probably be getting. Are we getting 7 through 10?
Yeah, now we're getting 7 through 9. I don't understand why we're doing this 3 at a time thing. But I don't know. If we're getting 1 episode, I don't expect us to move too far in plot for episode 7. If we're doing 3 episodes, we'll probably end up pretty close to the climax of the season by the time we come back to review next time. So
we'll see.
Just see how they'll release the back half of the season. Did they say they were going to release this way coming into the season? I don't remember.
I didn't hear anything about that. So
very odd. It's almost like they're trying to rush or hasten the release of this season for some reason.
Which I don't know why they would want to.
Who knows? This is maybe something else in the pipe, something else they're trying to get to, something else they're obligated to get to in a certain amount of time.
Peacock,
who knows what these studios go through? Yeah, but in any case, it's been a solid season. I think we've kind of repeated some narrative a bit, but even through that, the main plot is still pushing forward. I'm still enjoying the development of a lot of the characters. We've gotten some cameos this season that have pleased for sure. All in all, I think we're still headed in a positive direction with Bel-Air. It'll just have to, now that they've given us, I think, so much in so little time. We got 6 episodes in 2 weeks. So since they've kind of overloaded us with information, that finale, wherever it comes, is going to have a bit of an uphill battle, because we really haven't had time to kind of marinate on the season, where we would have taken 7-8 weeks to 7-8-9 weeks to build up to a finale. We've gotten it now in the first 2, or we've gotten all of the work done in the first couple of weeks. Now we're just going to be looking for that end of season theatrics, fireworks. All right,
and
so
it's not going to hit as well.
You can't really come light. You gotta come correct for that. So
maybe they do multiple, maybe 2 episodes for the season finale. I don't know. Oh, here's the schedule. Okay, so 3 episodes first, 3 episodes for this one, and then it's episodes 7 and 8 next week, and then episode 9 and 10 for the last week.
Why are they doing it like that? Yo? I
don't know.
It's so weird. Okay, so then I guess split it in 2s for the last 4 episodes. Very awkward. Very awkward.
Down,
different streaming model.
They're getting rid
of
Peacock.
I like it because you don't have to wait to get like, oh, you're not just watching one episode and be like, oh fuck, I gotta wait a whole another week to watch it. Because you get your fill for sure. But then on the other side, I've never seen it broken up like that. It's very awkward.
Very awkward, and it's hard to keep up with. But it's like you said, it's still been a good season so far.
Yeah. Tell us what you thought about it in the prompt below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We'll be here forever. Many weeks this is going to last. It seems like maybe 3 more weeks.
2 more weeks.
2 more weeks. Yep. So come back to us for episodes 7 and 8 review, and make sure you keep watching Bel-Air.
Make sure you check out our playlist to see our reviews of previous episodes. And like you said, make sure you subscribe. We will be doing these Bel-Air reviews every Monday. Peace.
Peace.